Hey everyone, this is Randy from BibleBuyingGuide.com. I have received from Holman He Reads Truth in the CSB, and this one is in calfskin, brown calfskin leather, printed in China. Let's see, 66 hand-lettered key verses, 125 full-color charts, infographics, and illustrations, 17 full-color timelines, 21 full-color maps, curated reading plans for every book of the Bible, one-year Bible reading plan, detailed book introductions and outlines, key verse list, Smyth's-sewn binding, line-matched Bible text, wide margins for note-taking, and Bible serif typeface designed for optimal Bible reading, and that is designed by 2K Denmark. So the last time around when I got a He Reads Truth, I felt like it didn't have the higher quality that was available in She Reads Truth, but I thought that it had good content. So I wanted to see it in a good edition. So they did send me this in exchange for an honest review. This video is not a review because I've not seen it yet. This video is an unboxing with my first impressions, and then the review will be posted as a written article on BibleBuyingGuide.com after I've had enough time to use it and work with it and be familiar with it. But this will help you get an idea of whether or not you like this. Okay, so that is an interesting box. I like that. Okay, that's fancy. That is a fancy box right there. Little card. Comes wrapped. Oh, that is pretty. That's thick. Okay, so this box is covered in cloth, I think. Now, I don't know if I can handle that kind of fancy now. That's pretty good right there. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to pull the Bible out with this. That's what that's for. That's fancy right there. So pull the Bible out with that, and it's wrapped in paper as you get it. And of course that will go away. That is nice. I like that. That is a nice box. Let's see. Open this. If my knife will cut. So this is the brown calfskin. So that looks very similar to British tan. I don't actually have anything British tan to compare to, so I can't say that for sure, but it's kind of a caramel. Is that how you would describe it? A little bit of texture, color variation, which I like. I like a little bit of color variation, and it does have some pebbly texture to it. Then perimeter stitching, and there's the spine with ribs and where the hubs and the printing in gold. 3 ribbon markers. Then we have a gold gilt line, and then edge line tab. The edge line tab is kind of big. It could be stiff. We'll see. So there's a presentation page. That feels like 36 GSM, that European paper that I like a lot. And this section is separate. That tells me that there's a good chance we have perimeter stitching, and we do. So there's that perimeter stitching, and not perimeter stitching, overcast stitching. So we have overcast stitching here in the front, and you see that overcast stitch line all the way down. That just builds structure. This is perimeter stitching. I said the wrong word. So we have a couple of thick end sheets, just the presentation page, and then we get into the Bible paper. That's good paper. The last He Reads Truth did not have that good of paper. It wasn't terrible, but I wanted better paper. So it looks like we got it this time around. So here is the information, the ISBNs for the various different editions that this is available in, and then printed in China. The 2020 CSB text edition. Got some things here in the front. Let's see what this is. Introduction, table of contents, how to read the Bible, what is the gospel, key features. It's always good to have. Then the big list of features. We got charts, illustrations, infographics, lists, Maps, timelines. Okay, so does it stay open? So far, not bad. That's not as stiff as I expected. That's not bad. That'll break in as you use it a little bit. Genre guide. Now I like that. Different colors for each genre. That's good. We should see this somewhere on the page. And then the languages of the Bible: Hebrew, Aramaic, Greek. That's good. Introduction to the CSB. So far, I'm liking this paper. Key verse, and then the book introduction. So I have a green heading, title, and then on the timeline, let's see if I can show you this without losing focus and without changing the color of my camera too much. On the timeline, a little background, message and purpose. Give thanks for the book of Genesis. And then here is some reading plans with little boxes to mark off what you've read, week 1, week 2. So read it in 5 weeks. And then it also gives you some other verses to read if you want to go deeper. So these have some parallels. And let's see. Here's an outline. So it's a horizontal outline, creating a timeline, I think. Looks good. And so here's the text. And it does stay open easy. I like a Bible that does not fight you. That'll just stay open. That's staying open, no trouble at all. And I've noticed too, I haven't had to separate pages. So that means I can review this quicker, because I don't have to spend several days of just separating pages. So that's nice. That art gilt looks good. So there's the text. Let's see, did it tell us the size font? It did not tell us the size font. So I will measure this and be right back. Just using my handy dandy little gauge here. Let's see what I've got there. 9. Looks like a 9 point. I'd call that a 9 point, sure. And that's clean and easy to read. It's a good text. I like that. Show through isn't bad. It's noticeable, but it's going to be. But that's not bad. I do see that it's line matched. And then we have the footnotes at the bottom, and they stand apart. That's easy to see. A little bit of extra white space between the verses. Even though the verse numbers are thin and light, I can see them. Can find them fairly quick. So, of course, single column paragraph. That looks good. Creation days. That looks good. Wide margin. Let's take a look at how wide these margins are. Let's do this the right way. So 1 and almost 1 3/4. Not quite, but close. And then we have some inner margin space. 5/8. And I'm sure that's to bring the text out onto the flat part of the page, which we'll see as we go. As we get to the more close to the center, we'll have the text itself bending down into the gutter if we didn't have enough space. So it looks like we do have enough space to help bring that out onto the flat part of the page. I like that. So there's some lists. We've already passed by a little bit of features. There's some poetry. There's a list, kind of a chart. And then I'm sure we've got letters. There's an in-text map. That looks good. We'll zoom in a little more. Touch more zoom on this. I like that. I like the way this stands apart. Just draws your eye, draws your attention. These timelines look good. The reading plans look good. What does the Bible say about wisdom? So Proverbs. So everything else is black. We have across the top, we've got the book name and the chapter number, and that's in black. And then across the bottom, these are in the outer margins for both. We have the page number all in black. And then section headings are in black and chapter numbers are in black, but they're large and bold, so they stand out a lot. find this paper easy to turn. And I'm liking the color of this paper too. It's a little bit of an off-white. It looks good. The blue highlights look good too. Yeah, I'd say that this Bible definitely draws me to it. For sure. Absolutely. This looks amazing. Let's go ahead and... Nice little set of charts. Let's go ahead and get to the other ribbon. I like to pull all the ribbons out as I go. I like the color of that ribbon. So I like in-text maps a lot. You don't have to go looking for them. They're just right there. You'll see on the back side of that paper, that page, that blue doesn't, it's noticeable, but I don't know how distracting that could be distracting when reading. That could be. That's something to keep in mind as I'm doing this review. Jesus parables. So there's just in the middle of Luke, a list of parables of Jesus. 7 signs of John. Jesus, I am statements. So all these are just within the text itself. And we did see in the front an index that is showing where all these are. Unique stories in John's Gospel. So there's lots of little offset elements. And these are, of course, in the color that we saw in the front. Color coded, so that's good. So what we have between the testaments. The time between the testaments. Persian period, the Hellenistic period, Hasmonean period, Roman period. So not a lot of information, but something. What is a parable? That's good. What is the church? This is good writing paper, I think. I'm guessing on it being 36 GSM, but that is my guess. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm going with. And what do we have in the back? Revelation. The reign of Christ in Revelation. View of the book of Revelation. View of the reign of Christ. And those are just within the text. And then after that we have something else here. Key verses. So here are key verses in each book of the Bible. Book reference verse. So it tells you what the verse is. Those are good for memorization or for study. Looks like another reading plan. So the Bible in a year, and then it gives you the date and the reading. And we have Genesis, Matthew, Ezra, Acts. So it's 4 different readings per day from the Machine Plan. So they're giving you this as a 1-year reading. The Machine Plan takes you through the Old Testament and Psalms twice and the New Testament once. I've used it as a 1-year plan, and it's a lot of reading because you skip around to different places. We read it as a family, and with each of us reading out loud one of the 4. And it worked really well. We liked it a lot. I'm going to try it as a 2-year plan next. But you can mark this off as you go. That's a good plan. And then, what else do we have? That just continues the plan. And then table of weights and measures, and then contributors. Here's the list of contributors. If you'll focus on that. And then that is it. So no maps or any other tools back there. So that's an interesting Bible. It's not filled with lots of detailed commentary or anything like that, but it does have a lot of charts as you go. It does have some in-text maps, some little features like that. So that looks really good. Let's take a look at our size and weight. That almost matches my shirt, doesn't it? Let's see. Start to go ahead and grab my ruler, but this is ready for us. 3 pounds, 8.7 ounces. And the size, I tried to bend the size, this over just a little bit. and try to go to the edge of the spine. I'm going to say that is 6 3/4. This is the overall size. They give you the trim size, but the overall size is what you need for buying a case. And this is a 9 3/8. We'll call it 9 3/8. And then 2 1/8. And that's just rough. It's kind of hard to tell with the shadows. If I bend that around, it's almost 2 1/4. Something like that. It's right in that range. It's hard to be exact with these shadows and the way these bend. Try it one more time right here. But still have bending. So you can get 2 right there. Depends on where you measure. So yeah, a little over 2. I'm saying it's a little over 2. But that's a good looking Bible. I can look at my screen here on the camera and I can tell you that the brown is a lot deeper and richer than what it looks like in the screen. So most likely it's not going to look as nice on the video as it does in real life. So I would like to be able to fix that if I could, but yeah, I think that's going to look better in real life. But this is a good looking Bible. I like this a lot. I think I could make notes in this. I don't know that I'd want to carry it being the size it is, but it's carrying it around or anything. But it's definitely a good Bible for reading and a good Bible for preaching. Lots of white space in there, lots of good space between the text. I like the look of this. I like this a lot. So, He Reads Truth now finally gets a good quality edition. So I'll spend some time with this and be back for the written review and post that as soon as I can. I do still have a few Bibles ahead of it, but stay tuned for that. And Holman did supply us in exchange for an honest review, and that is just my first look. That is a little bit of a thick leather, but it's also slightly stiff. In case you're wondering, a little bit of a stiff leather, but not terribly stiff. It does look like a leather liner. Just my first impression on that. But stay tuned for the written review. Thanks for watching.